I was crying is just because my presence in front of you is pretty much unlikely. I was born in the 70s, almost at the end of the 70s, but I was told by my mom that when she said to my father that she was pregnant of me, my father denied, refused. So before I landed on planet Earth, I was already a rejected child. It was very tough because I didn't know that. I spent my first 6 years on planet Earth without a birth certificate. I was born, but the state, the country where I was born, which is Congo Brazzaville in Central Africa, did not even know there was a child that existed because I was not registered. My birth was not registered. So I had to wait 6 years after, I don't know about what kind of circumstances, that my father reluctantly accepted me. So then they went to the tribunal, and then I was recognized as his child. But I didn't really sense that I was his child. Why? Because whenever he asked me to wash his car, and when I did not do right, he was calling me stupid. And that really affected me. I didn't see love from him. He never said, "I love you." He had more than 30 children. So all his life was about women and birthing children and birthing children. So my mom accepted me and I grew up with her. It was very tough on her. At times she'll wake up at midnight and bake cakes till 6 a.m. and go sell them till 12 p.m. It was very tough. I was crying all the time. But when I was suffering that way, my father's brother, same mother, same father, was the president of the country. Wow. It's terrible. Rejected. But what I'm going to talk to you is about overcoming rejection and succeeding anyway. And that's what I did. And it all started one day in 1989 when I picked up a note of 50 pence in Congo. When I picked that note, I went to a library and enrolled. And that's where my passion of reading came from. I did not know that I was going to have a story with a 50 pence. Then, some 20 years after, it was time for me to go to university. My mom took me to my father and said, "Please, could you help your child?" He said no. And he threw 8 pounds on the floor. "If you want to study academically, that's the money." It was devastating to me. I went to Brazzaville anyway. I was sleeping on a carpet. No money, nothing. And my mom fell sick. Terribly sick. A friend of mine came and said, "Herman, you have a decision to make. Either you pursue your ambition to be academically sound, or you go sit by your mom and nurse her." I had no choice. I left the university. I went back to my mom. And I spent 6 years of my life nursing my mom until she died. But there is something that happened when I was sacrificially doing that. Bills were piling up, medical bills. We had no money to pay the hospital anymore. And I got an idea to go look for a job in an oil company, so that the oil company will take charge of our bills. So I went to my uncle, who was a politician and the mayor of the town. I said, "Uncle, please, can you help mommy so sick? Could you write a letter of recommendation for me?" What he did. And I went to the company that I chose. The lady that received me said, "Young man, can you speak English?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "The business language in this company is English." And this is what she said to me: "Please understand, there is power in the sound advice." This lady said to me, "If I give you access to the CEO, you won't be able to speak to him because he doesn't understand French. So go learn English. You will never regret it in your life." I looked at the lady. In my heart, I found her like a witch. Why? Because what was important to me was my mother's sickness. I needed something urgently to save her. But this lady was giving me a long-term project, which I didn't need then. But I didn't know this was prophetic. And I took it in and I started learning English. I gave it my whole heart, my soul, my strength. I learned in 1 year, I started teaching English in the center that took me in and taught me English. Please listen to me because this is very crucial. My mom died. I felt so devastated because all my efforts couldn't save her. But then, because I had the idea of going to Europe and we did not have money, I spent 10 years of my life talking to a plane. Whenever I saw a plane coming from 1996 to 2006, I stood somewhere, looked at the plane, I said to the plane, one day I will be in your belly and I will carry on walking. I did it for 10 years. 10 years. I was like a fool, talking to a plane. And on the 25th of February 26, I was in a plane with my luggage. I entered the plane, I said, today I've seen how your belly looks like. But it didn't stop there. Although my father rejected me and didn't see the potential within me, the giant that was lying dormant within me, he didn't know the child he rejected, the child he so-called stupid, the child he didn't give a chance to go to university to learn, had the ability to fly a plane. He didn't see that. He didn't see that, my father. So people in life will overlook you, but you decide to overcome the overlooking and succeed anyway. I made up my mind and I'm flying to Liverpool. I'm flying. And when I came to Liverpool, I had no house, nothing. I came to Liverpool with 10 pounds in my pocket and it fell the next day. I didn't know the left from my right and I had to call the police patrol to come and fetch me. My first night in Liverpool was spent in a police station and my first bed in Liverpool was chairs. What an introduction to life. But I decided on those chairs, I'm going to make it. And whenever I fly over Liverpool, I wink. I wink. Why do I wink? Because as long as you live, anything is possible. It doesn't matter how tough the rejection is. It doesn't matter how much you've been overlooked, but you decide to overlook the overlooking and decide to succeed. Yes. It's very important. I fly, ladies and gentlemen, I fly. This Thomas Piper 38, I fly. The other time I was going to France, and when our Airbus was, taxiing towards the runway, I knew I was laughing because we were going to runway number 27. They didn't know the passengers, but I knew. So our plane went there. Let's go, baby. Let's go to runway 27. And when we reached runway 27, I winked because I usually taxi this plane there. That's why I played that song from somebody that was assassinated in 2007 by the name of Lucky Dube. Lucky Dube was a reggae musician. He said something like, have you ever seen a dream talking? Have you ever seen a dream walking? You are the only one that knows what the dream is. You are the one holding the keys to that dream. You are the only one that knows what the dream is. And he says, if you pull the right strings, the dream can be talking to you. If you pull the right strings, the dream can be coming to you. And he says now, don't let them tell you it is impossible. That's what they told the heroes before. In the hero's mind, word impossible does not exist. And he says, grab your chance before it's too late. And I grabbed my chance. And when I am 8 years of age, I will be flying my Falcon 7X. Yeah. I want you to understand, I love my dad to bits. And this is my way of honoring him. Yeah. He didn't see what was possible. Because what is a potential is what is likely to be, but has not yet been. Yes. He didn't see that. Somebody may be here.
and you have great potential that is dormant, please don't overlook it because of the says of the naysayers. Don't let the still small negative voice within you write you off. My dad tried, but my resolve to succeed was more powerful than his drive to reject me. So somebody may decide to reject you, to refuse to give you a job, choose to succeed anyway. Look what God can do. Daddy did not know that a 50 pence coin that I picked up, learned, and then I entered a book. So please stand for your dreams and succeed anyway.